Man. Alright, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Keith back with the weekly analysis, man. It's part two. Y'all know I said I was going to get on and go over a couple of these stocks so we can give our analysis for the stocks, y'all. We did SPY, we did ES. Um, but we gotta do the stocks. We gotta do the stocks, y'all. One thing I do want to say, I noticed when I got off doing my live that I was watching like 'cause I watch trading content on TikTok and stuff like that, and I was seeing people talk about the economic calendar news coming out, and when I noticed it, um, what I noticed was the economic calendar they was bringing up was not matching the one that I looked at on TradingView. So I'm not too sure, and I asked someone else about, hey, do you ever notice like TradingView economic calendar is different than the normal one that most people use, like on Yahoo or investing.com? And they was like, yeah, we know, I noticed it before. So, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if that's as credible and trusted to use the trading viewer. So we gonna go back to using our investing.com economic calendar. Just because it's something that we know that we it's credible. Not until I can either I need to see how the calendar and stuff play out for for trading view, because like I said, I didn't like the fact that it was not, the news and stuff was not the same. Y'all give me 1 second. It's lagging pretty bad right now. Give me 1 second. We might have to stop and start it back up. Mm, We might have to stop and start back up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So we're gonna go over this news real quick, and then we're gonna jump onto them charts. This economic calendar, if it come on and load, if it take too long to load, y'all, I'm gonna just, hey, y'all know, go to investing.com and check out the news. Uh, I am pressed on time again today. Once again, y'all. Once again, we pressed on time. But let's go over this real quick. Monday, really not nothing. We don't really got nothing for today, which is right now because I'm in the morning right now. Monday, we don't really got nothing. Tuesday, don't really have nothing. Where last night when we was on Trading View, it said Tuesday we had like, I think it said we had like 9 farm or something. Um, but Tuesday, really not nothing. Actually, you know what, y'all? I just thought of something. Maybe it is the same news, but maybe they count certain things 3 star that's not 3 star on one other calendars. Maybe that's what it is. I had to go back and check, but really on this, I mean Monday we don't have nothing. Tuesday, September 9th, nothing. Wednesday we have PPI and crude oil. Y'all know how crude oil is. If I'm trading oil, then yeah, but PPI definitely. Um, for Wednesday at 7:30. Um, Thursday, September 11th, we have CPI, which is a lot bigger than PPI. A lot more impact than PPI. Thursday at 7:30, we got CPI and initial jobless claims at 7:30. Also, and 30-year bond auction, but that's at 12. Um, So that's at noon. But we got two 7:30 initials and initial jobs claim and CPI, which is really, 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 really important. Um, at noon we got the 30-year bond auction that also can move the market pretty nice. So Thursday looked like the biggest day out of the day so far. Then Friday look like smooth day Friday. Yeah, smooth day Friday. So really, Wednesday and Thursday are our two biggest days. Of course, but y'all know Friday is the end of the week, and we expect the market might try to correct itself and everything. But really, most of the moves and news and stuff it starts Wednesday and then Thursday. But Thursday is that big day I see. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump onto some of these stocks. And oh my goodness, please don't tell me YouTube and catch my stream. Let me see, y'all. Give me 1 second. I just closed that tab out. I hope YouTube picked up it all. Let me see. Okay, it did. It picked it up. Yeah, it did. Okay, but because it's showing error on my side, but it looked like it picked it up. All right. Just getting a lot of lag this morning, but it's fine. We trying to go over this stuff. All right. Now, like we said, we went over ES, we went over SPY, we went over NQ last night. Now let's go check out. First, we're gonna check out some of my favorite stocks to trade, and then we're gonna look at what earnings did we say that we potentially want to see? I think it was who was it? I had to look at the earnings report to see exactly who it was. It was two GameStop and somebody else. We got to check out. But let's look at CrowdStrike first. Um, y'all know CrowdStrike. I've been waiting on it to finally break out. It look like it's trying to break out right now. We probably don't even got to adjust our chart because we didn't really do nothing last week. Really don't even. I mean, we do got to adjust this solidify level. But let's look at the weekly on CrowdStrike. Check out this weekly. All right, we're looking at the weekly on CrowdStrike. Of course, it's in a downtrend, but last thing we did was what make a higher high. So we showed some well we made a higher high, but then we made a lower low. So uh we showing some signs of hey potential reversal because we made a higher high, but we did make a lower low right after making a higher high. This weekly candle is green. That is a good sign. looking for this potential reversal. It is a green weekly candle. It swept the low, ended up turning green. Um, I could see probably potentially we pull back slightly and then possibly start moving up. But we know what green means. The market looking for a high, so we expecting it to move up some type, at least a little bit. We're not too sure. We can't fully say, oh yes, this is bullish. I mean, this is where the bulls we should be in the bull trade. And long trades. My bad, y'all. It's early. Long trades until it take this high. Um, just off the weekly, based off the weekly. So we need to see another high. Now daily, but like I said, on that weekly, it do look like we setting up to potentially, bounce and go higher. On the daily, got a higher high, but then like we said, we same thing like with the weekly, we end up making a lower low down here. The last thing we did though on the daily, so on the weekly, last thing we did was make a lower low, and the last thing on the daily was what? We made a higher high. As y'all can see, we got that low, got that high, then we made a low, then we made another higher high. All right. Now, if you're looking at the daily, this level, this bottom of this red candle would be, if you want to be bullish, this will be the level we don't want to see the market go below, which is 402.66. All right. 402.66 is that level when it comes to wanting to stay bullish for the daily. All right. Currently, like we said, we ended on a green candle. Greens mean what? We're looking for a high, but we do have this what? Daily gap right here. So we'll have to break out of this daily gap. Change this to a red. We have to break out of this daily gap and see some some bullish market structure above this daily fair value gap. We potentially could see that break and retest. We could just see it, hey, if it pushed straight through, it can just pop and just go straight up to the highs. But currently, like we said, we really want to see us get above this daily fair value. I mean, the daily gap at 420.39. We're looking for the candle to give us a green daily candle closure above there. Other than it potentially breaking out this downward trend line, crowd. Other than that, I'm not really looking to go short with crowd, even though it is like we said, it is in a downtrend. I'm not really looking to go short with crowd. So if it doesn't break out this trend line, I might not even want to fool crowd. I'm definitely expecting to see this breakout. Like we said, we get that break and retest of this daily gap, then I'm aiming for this 440 up to 448 range. See it and seeing how the market reacts when it gets up here. Because this will be, if y'all can see, this will be form of resistance. We want to see if we can break out of that resistance to potentially turn it into support to go up to them ultimate highs at that 519, 517. All right. And as y'all see, I had my alert sitting here at 438 because that's right in that resistance area. When I said between 440, 448 is where I want to see if we can break through. But none of this matters if we can't get above this daily gap right here at that 420.29. If we can't get above there and we stay below it, it don't matter. All right. So we need that daily candle to go above there. Let's check out the hourly real quick. Hourly is bullish. We are inside of it, of the daily gap. We are bullish on the hourly. If you follow this on the hourly, of course, you don't want us to break below this 416.40. Yeah, really, on the hourly, that's even better of a stop loss. 416.40 is what we would like to see. I kind of want to see us open. I really don't want to see us open inside this daily gap, but we might end up opening inside of it. Me personally, I prefer us to either open below or above it, and then either push through. I really don't like seeing us open inside of it, but it is what it is. If it open inside of it, we might have to just wait till towards the end of the day to actually decide to get in on CrowdStrike. But that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this downtrend to eventually fully break out. The same old downtrend right here to truly break out. And I'm gonna extend it to cover that red. All right. But like I said, we got that higher high. Um, I'm not advising you to get in it now. Even though we got this higher high, yes, that's nice. If we somehow pull back to this daily for value, maybe I'll say you can catch you along, set your stop loss at the bottom of that red counter, which is 402. So if we somehow pull back to like 410, 409, you can grab that long and you should be able to set your stop loss at that 402 if we're looking to reverse now, because then it should push right back up. Like I said, give us that break and retest, then push up to the highs. All right, but it got some potential, but I'm only looking to go long on crowd. If it's going short, I'm not really looking forward to it. All right, let's look at Meta real quick. Meta, 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 Meta. Let's see what the weekly did. All right, Meta weekly. We end up closing green. Let me delete that line. We end up closing green. Uh, we know what we're in that uptrend. We're in the uptrend on Meta. Let me zoom out. Come on now, y'all lagging a little too much for me. All right, so we in the uptrend. Y'all see we have made that higher high. Once we got our red weekly, we like, okay, we know the market looking to make a low. We expecting it to what? Make a higher low to keep the uptrend. All right, so it was red, red, red. We was like, okay, we waiting on our first green week so we can start knowing that hey, the market want to move up. What happened? We got our first green week. Mark telling us the market want to move up. We're looking for a high. Now, is this going to be our higher high? Is it going to lead us to that higher high to keep this uptrend going and make us crack that 800 mark? Or is this going to be a lower high and we eventually come down and end up taking this 680, 690 area? All right. Um, Actually, this should be, yeah, we got to move those anyway. But yeah, the green week is letting us know the market's looking to make a high. So the trend is what? A uptrend. So this is where, hey, you should be getting ready. We should be looking to get in to follow the trend and follow the counter color. Daily. So the weekly looking bullish, y'all. Weekly looking bullish. Daily. Yeah. I swear, when I use my phone on some of these drawings, look, this line not even connected to nothing, y'all. That's what I'm saying. When I use my phone, it don't even put the lines where they're supposed to be at. For the daily, let's mark out our level we don't want the market to go below, which is at 691.20. So it's pretty far. Um, we got that 691.20 on the data that's confirmed, but we also got this level up here, so we can use this one too. We got 721. The reason why we can use that one is because what? If we go back to this weekly, right? And 721 is the low of this weekly candle, right? Well, if we end up coming below that low of this green candle, that's what? Making a lower low, right? That'd be a lower low because we're supposed to be moving to make highs now after making that green. So on that daily, that same level is the level we don't want to see it go below because hey, we know what? It's making a lower low. That's a downtrend. That's not an uptrend if it does that. So 721.773 is our level we don't want to see the market get below. All right. Looking. And something I just noticed, y'all, is this gap right here on Meta. If our level that we don't want to get beat is 721.73, yeah, of course I see this big gap we got, and of course I see this daily fair value gap that we got. But we also got this gap right here, so now it's even more protection to keep from going to 721. So it's even more protection, honestly. But I ain't finna mark three gaps all that's inside each other. We're just gonna keep these two. I really could just keep one, but it's fine. Now on the daily, like we said, weekly is bullish. It's telling us it's ready to start moving up. On the daily, of course, we was in a downtrend. It looked like we finally got this breakout of the downtrend, but it broke out, but we don't got no strong candles yet. We got indecisive candles. We did break out of the trend, but it's just not any solid candles. Um, we got this higher high, which is good. We made a higher high. Then we got a red doji candle. So we know what the market is looking for a low. We're expecting to be what? A higher low, right? So all we waiting on is one green, uh, one green candle for a middle. Once it turns green, we can look for that, look for them loans, getting them loans. Aim for the high first at this 761. If we close above on the daily, we close above 761. That's a continuation pattern. What we're looking for. What's the next target? 776. 776. No, 770. Yeah, 776, 775 is our next target. This gap. We're looking for this gap. See what it want to do when it gets to this gap. And same thing. If we see it close past the gap, then we aim for the highs. If we see it pushing the gap and reject, we know it's gonna be some type of pullback. If it get in the gap and reject and turn to a red candle, we know, hey, probably reverse. Okay. But really, all we need on Meta is just one daily green candle. We should be good. Um, in the longs, either one daily green candle or when we just push above these highs, then you go on your lower time frame and just uh look for the higher lows that's above the highs. You can get in and ride it up if you just want to shoot straight up. All right. But really, we would like to see a daily green candle that doesn't take the high yet. That's what I would like to see. Just so we can get a little bit better because our style loss will be the bottom of this red candle, red daily candle, which is at 745. So if we can somehow get in and like say the market pull back at 750 area or so, if we can pull back a little bit to 750, 749, and I don't know what I say the 1 hour we see market structure shift, then we start moving to an uptrend. I like to grab a loan down here and set that stop loss at that 745, aiming for that 761, potentially 776. All right. So that'll give you what? If you get in at 750, 749, that's a $4 or $5 stop loss. First target is what? $11 away. Second target is $25 away. All right. And that's nice. If you got $4 or $5 stop loss and you aim $25 away, or even $11 away, that's nice. That's what the first trade is a little bit like 2.3. reward, and the second one is what? Like what? That's what, six? A six? A 1 to 6 reward? Where's the reward? So that's nice. I like meta. CrowdStrike is breaking out of the trend, but so far I kind of like meta a little bit more than CrowdStrike, y'all. Let's check out who I want to check out. Let's check out Tesla. Even though, man, Tesla be playing sometime, man, but we're gonna check out Tesla. 'Cause Tesla do be making me some money. I ain't gonna lie. Tesla be making me some money. Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Meta, did I change my targets? I don't even think I changed the targets. My bad. I said the targets, but I didn't change the actual lines. All right. So target is 761.16 and 775.81. And then the only way, like we said, the only way we looking to take shorts is once we break this 721, or if we see, say we got this red, say we see another green, and then we see a lower low come up here, like come back into the daily gap, then okay, now we potentially can look for a short to come down to the 721. So let's go to Tesla real quick. Go to Tesla real quick. Tesla. Tesla stock is up again. We know. Tesla. What do we see? We're gonna remove drawings just for right now on Tesla because I ain't trade Tesla last week, so we're gonna remove the drawings and start fresh with it. Alright. Now Tesla. Weekly. Made that high, low, high, low. Okay. Then we made a high. Then we made a low. Then we made another high. This potential can be the new higher low right here on the weekly. We just gotta break that high. Which it look like we finna break the high. Tesla look like it's setting up to I ain't gonna lie, Tesla kind of look like it's setting up to push up pretty nice, but it's if we can break through this weekly gap right here. That weekly gap is very important right here. This weekly fair value gap. If we can't break through this weekly fair value gap, we might see a dump. But it look like it's setting up to potentially go and push through this weekly fair value gap. If we ever see Tesla come back above this 384 and we get that retest, Tesla definitely should be pushing all the way up to the 470, 460. But it look like it's slowly approaching it. So we trying to see, hey, what it's gonna do when it get up here. I do expect Tesla to get up here to that 362 area. I do expect it to get up there. Just what it's gonna do when it get up there is the question. But that's the weekly, y'all. So the weekly is looking bullish. It's slow grinding its way up. So that slow grind moving, it kind of let me know, hey, we loading up to do a big move, either up or down. All right, either up or down. We loading up to make a big move. And like we said, right now on this end part, because it made that high, made that lower low. Made that low, but it didn't make another high yet. It just made it and didn't make another lower low yet. Then it didn't make another high, then it didn't make a lower low. But then it finally made a higher, higher low. Higher high is potentially the new higher low. Alright, daily. Daily. What's this high? It's high again. 355.87. 355.39. Let me go back to my weekly. Oh, so it did make that high. So yeah, this is our low then. So it did make that high, it just didn't close above the high. But it is green, like we said, green telling us we still potentially want to keep moving up. So since it did take that high, we can confidently mark this as, hey, this the level we don't want to see Tesla go below at 325. Um, of course, we're supposed to aim for this high to get taken. But it's already up there. We not gonna set it as our target. My main target would be really I'm gonna say that 362 because it's so close to it already. At 362, that weekly gap, that would be the first target I'm looking for. Even though we're looking on a daily, that'll be that first target I'm looking for. Because that's, like I said, we want to see what it does when it get up there to that 362.70. Um, then of course, y'all know we supposed to aim for the high to get taken. But I just wanted to mark that level first because it's gonna approach that weekly fair value gap first. And I want to see how it reacts when it gets there. All right, so we do got this daily gap right here. If we somehow, if the market decides to want to do a pullback, it could pull back to this daily gap. We don't have no other gaps above it. Don't look like. I mean, we do got this one here, but so it could pull back slightly to that 348 area. We could pull back to that 348 area, but we'll see though. Because if say the market open up and we take these highs, I don't expect us pulling back. We should just shoot straight up to that 362. If this market open up, this counter open up, and we take that high, I expect us to just go straight up to that 362. I don't expect us to pull back. Now, if we open up below that high, I could see us pull back probably to that 348 area, or even come down here to 344. Then potentially start moving up. But like I said, we open up above this this high right here at 355.87. We open up above it. I think we just gonna go straight up to 362. I ain't saying it's gonna shoot straight up, but I don't think we're gonna pull back. It'll probably be either slow grind up or it's just gonna shoot straight up to it. All right, we gotta stay bullish on Tesla. Let's look at the 1 hour, see if the 1 hour switch. 1 hour still bullish right now. And I was gonna say if the 1 hour switch to uh downtrend, then yeah, it probably come down to the gap at 348 and come down to 344. But right now it's still bullish on the 1 hour. All right. And like I said, we open up above here. I still expect us to keep moving up, straight up to that 362. So save this kind of close red, and then we get some green candles in the mix. I'll definitely set my stop loss. I won't mind getting in at the open. If we get a red candle up here in this area, I like to potentially get in at the open. But it got potential. Like I told y'all, we get above this weekly, and we can break past this weekly. I'm telling you, this is important right here. This weekly, you could say resistance, fair value gap, because it's the resistance and it's the fair value gap. But we can break above that 384, at 384.40, and retest. We should be golden. Like I said, it could literally come up to it, fail, reject it, and use it as that resistance, and do just like right here it did, shoot down. So it could use that to drop. But like I said, we gotta stay bullish till we get up to that 362 to see what it look like. All right, let's check out the video. Let's check out the video. So I had these drawing tools on here for the longest. Cause I'm about to say, dang, it must have been hit TP. All right, the video weekly, red. Oh my goodness, it's red. So we know what Market is still looking for lows, man. Unless it's ready to reverse, we gotta wait and see if it give us a green candle to know, hey, the market ready to come back up. So the video gave us a red week, and we made a lower low on the weekly. Um, so once it made a lower low, we looking for that lower high. Once it turned green, um, unless you want to stay bullish, if you want to stay bullish when it turned green, and you expecting that um a higher high to come, then that's different. It depends on what you want to, what side you want to stand with. But the last thing we did was make a lower low, which is very sentiment. But we never made a very downward trend yet because we need a what, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then it's a downward trend. Um, like I said, it is red though. Did make a lower low, but the overall is bullish. Overall is bullish. I'm wondering if it's trying to come down to this weekly fair value gap down here at the 661, 662 area. I mean, it might be trying to come tap into there and then push up, or it might be a daily gap that it's bouncing off of. We can look and see. All right, I do see a daily gap. Got a daily gap right here. Between 169.20 and 165.49. All right. Level not to beat is trying to color 162.02. If you this is if you want to be bullish, y'all. This is want to be bullish. Currently, what I say though, since it's sitting inside this gap, all I'm waiting on the video do either close above is 169.20, a green candle close above, or a red candle close below 165.49. Whichever direction it goes, I'm looking for that retest of the gap, and then I'm trading that direction. Okay, so if we break, we get a daily candle close above this 160, 169 level retest. I'm taking it. I'm taking longs to go back up to the these swing highs. We close below this daily gap retest. Then I'm aiming for these lows to get taken at the 162, potentially come down to this next gap at 160 flat. It could also sweep all the way down and come to the swing low at 151, but that's what I'm looking for. Whichever direction. So really, in the video, the only one that right now I can say can go either direction. I would like for it to go to the other side though to follow the major uptrend. But in the video, we can play either direction or however we want to go. But I say right now from the video, just wait until we either close above that 169.20 or close below that 165.40 to get in your trade. And don't be greedy. I mean, it's only $2 away from going to 169, so you ain't gotta feel like, oh, I gotta get the best entry. Man, just wait. You know what I'm saying? Just wait. And then when you break out of there, our first target is what? 171.66. Second target is 172.41. All right. And then eventually the gap right next to it. I'm not gonna keep marking all them targets down there because they all right in a bunch. But y'all see them targets, them highs, and then that gap. All right. And I think those my last of my favorite ones. So let's go to GameStop real quick, and then we're gonna call it for now. We're gonna call it for now, and then I might give y'all some more later tonight or tomorrow. All right, let's check out GameStop. Like I tell you, I never traded GameStop. I know a lot of people love it when GameStop earnings come out. GameStop. I think this one the last time I had been wearing. GameStop. What is GameStop looking like? Higher high. Got lows. He didn't make a lower low on this. But technically, the true low on this weekly is all the way down here. I can't even mark these lows on the weekly because it didn't make another high yet, and that high is extra far away at 120. Uh, yeah, I don't even like it how far it is on the weekly. Daily. Well, actually, let's go to the weekly and look at just this little section right here. High, low. So we're gonna mark this low. Oh, mark this low. And then the red. Mark this high. And hit the green. All right. Then we didn't make no low, high, low. Okay. And then we got another high. We'll mark this high. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't even like how GameStop look. To be honest, y'all. That's why I don't get how people like trading it, but we just narrowing it down because all we're doing is going into like a wedge. It's never breaking high highs or breaking lower lows. Um, let's see. Zoomed in. Got a high. I think it's a high, but it was lower low. We made another high. And then another high. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't really like this GameStop. I don't think I'm gonna trade it, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna trade it. But those are the levels I got though. Depending on if you make a high or a lower low, I say if you want to play the earnings, trade it that direction. Um, so the last thing we did right now is make a high. I say just trade longs for right now. But before the earnings, we end up making a lower low, trade short. That's all I can say. Um, but yeah, we're gonna call it right now. As y'all heard my alarm. We're gonna call it right now, and I will see y'all tomorrow, I believe. Tomorrow or tonight. It might be tonight. Y'all might get me tonight. But yeah, y'all be safe out here. Trade smart, trade wisely, and your boy Keith is out. Peace.